Again, to emphasize, we do RRLs and RQs. Yung una, RRL or Literature Review or LR, we do that because we want to identify existing knowledge and theories. Now, again, we should not say that we are the first to do that kind of research. We are not the first. So that is the purpose of literature review. Ewan ko kung napanood nyo na sa Facebook, yung Facebook o yung TikTok. Yung tinatanong siya ng teacher niya. Wala ka pang nabasang na malapit diyan. Wala nga, sabi ng estudyante. Napanood niyo ba yun? Hindi. So, we may irritate you, no? Teachers may irritate you when asking if there are related studies about your research. We may irritate you, no? Na sinasabi na hindi na to first, no? We may irritate you. But again, do not be afraid when saying that this is not the first study. No? This is not the first study. Especially you are bachelor's level. But in doctorate dissertations, big deal yan kung ikaw ang first. No? Um, when we say theories naman, sometimes it is not about the background of the study, but also theories on methodology. No? Literatures, again class, is not limited to the way you design. For example, you are asked to do a literature review na 20. No, 20 ang i-require ko sa inyo eh. BAM 20 ha. Individual ba? No? 20 ha. 20 ang requirement sa inyo. Pero sa mga may group, edi tatlo. 777. No? Sa 20 na literature review, iba doon sa 7 sa tatlo doon background of the study, and then architectural design, and then building types, and then methodology. So you break down the literature review. Na? You can do that. So literature review can also include the theories on methodology. No, anong gagawin nyo nga? No? The second is to use the literature review to refine and shape the RQs based on the synthesized themes and critical analysis of existing literature. Now, class, again, there is no such thing as a permanent research question. I am saying this to you early on, and do not be afraid in formulating your research questions early on. But use the literature review to refine it, reshape it. No? Mamaya, maka-encounter kayo, ay, nasagot na pala yung research question nyo sa isang literature. No? Nasagot na pala. So, you will try to revise it or refine it based on the existing context of your research. No? Third, is to ensure that RQs are well-defined, relevant, and contribute to the development of new knowledge in the field. Especially that, contribute to the development of new knowledge. Huh? So, medyo malabo pa tong discussion. But I will show you how to do a good research question. Na? Kahit tong last 10 minutes lang ang ito yung pag-uusapan natin. Na? What is a good RQ? According to Frankel, Wallen, and Yun, may apat na apat na characteristic. First, it should be feasible. Second, it should be clear. Third, should be significant. And fourth, it should be ethical. No? Let's go to first. RQ should be feasible. When we say feasible, it can be investigated and answered without much use of time, energy, and money. Di ba, Mr. Lingan, no? Pagka may scoop ka, hindi basta-basta tumatanggap ng client din. Tingnan mo rin kung feasible, no? Or okay lang. Post ako sa Facebook. No, di ba ganun? It should be feasible. No, it will not take you much time, energy, and money. Especially in your case, bachelor's level lang to. Alam naman, 1 million ang magagastos nyo sa thesis nyo. It should be workable. Right? And we need to, 10 minutes na lang. 9 minutes. And we need to remember the acronym SMART. SMART. Itong titingnan natin, SMART. And in the entire research process, you need to be smart. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. No? So, dapat ganun ang pag-research. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Meron kayong alangan naman, this research will be completed in 2026. AY 2025, 2026. Hindi 2024 to 2025. No? And I wish you do that. Ayoko yung mag 2 years kayo sa thesis. Right? Kailangan naman pagdadamot namin, kayo na ang bahala kung paano nyo pasimplehin. No? To be limited only. No? Now, what do we mean by it should be clear? Clear, klaro. Hindi malabo, no? Clear talaga, as in crystal clear. Kumbaga sa ilog hindi gumagalaw yung tubig. Nakikita mo yung fish sa ilalim, crystal clear. When we say clear, it should have the definite meaning. Now, how to make it clear? We have 3 methods here. So, we have 3 methods here. First is constitutive definition. Second, clarify by example. Third, provisional definition. Now, tumatawa. Bakit tumatawa? Karabaw English lang itong structure nyo eh. First, what do you mean by constitutive definition? You know, this is one of the things that students forget. In your RQ, you argue with your panelists that the words that you use is found at the glossary of terms. Hindi yung pahahanapin nyo sila sa ibang, halimbawa, ito na naman panelist nyo naghanap ng definition niya sa cellphone niya. Hindi yun ang intent mo. That is not your intent. Nahanap niya sa cellphone niya. Ang gagawin niyo doon, ang pangbangga niyo sa mga ganun na argument, ma'am, the term that I use can be found in the glossary of terms. That is what I mean. Ito yung ibig kong sabihin. Hindi yung siya ang magdidictate sa study mo. Okay? Is that clear? So, the things that you use in your RQs should be found at the definition of terms. Found at the glossary of terms. Ang daming nagigisa dahil dyan. But, in your case, you place it at the glossary of terms or the definition of terms. Ma'am, with all due respect, this is what I mean. It's okay. Because that is the definition that you are using and may reference ka dapat. Ano kayo, mas magaling siya sa reference. Yan, naman. Second, clarify by example. Clarify by example. O, edi, gawan mo ng example yung definition. Okay? So, for example, horse. Horse. Ay, hindi horse. Knight. K-N-I-G-H-T. Knight. Yung knight na ginagamit sa chessboard, magkaiba sa knight na medieval. So, you define those terms academically. Those are nuances, linguistic nuances, mga bagay na nagko-confuse sa entire study. So be wary of those things. Halimbawa, chair. Magkaiba ang program chair sa chair. Literal na chair. No? So those things, you clarify by example. Third is the operational definition. Now, ito na naman, no? Mag-aaway talaga. Dito kayo mag-aaway ng panelists mo. Because operational definition may vary on the reference used and the one that you are trying to establish. So for example, you want to establish holistic design as a central part of your study. Now, the reference that you may use might be different from what you understand out of it. So, you define it also in your glossary of terms. But the definition should be research-based, based on the researcher, how he will use that term in the study. So, for example, I will design a holistic space on this hospital. Lahat yun i-define. Pilitin mong i-define based on your understanding and based on what you have read. Dapat may basis lahat. Lagyan mo ng citation para maniwala sila. Kasi kung wala, reference mo dito. Ganun mo sila, awayin ka nila dyan. No, you place traceable as well as verifiable definition. Yes. Ganun nga grounded theory nga ang isang nangyari sa research ko is I defined it based on the understanding of the old people. For example, is there an English term that is equivalent for patunak? Wala. So based on the understanding of the elders. So sometimes I do that. Or most of the time I did that during my paper. Pero in generic terms like roof, no, you may base it on dictionary definition. Yung mga ganun. Local terms tapos ibangga mo sa dictionary term. No? But on cases like indigenous languages, lalo pagka walang equivalent sa English. Patunak, wala. Wala kang makita sa English niyan na equivalent niya. Pinakamalapit siguro offering. Third na. Tama na. Wala na tayong time. RQ should be significant. So the question is important to be investigated as your contribution to the existing body of knowledge. No? And be wary, again, yung weakness nito, class, is you may believe too much of your proposal. Again, confirmatory bias and other biases may cloud your understanding. No, dapat clear yung understanding nyo dito. Wag yung hayaan na ang influence bubulagin ka, no? Wag niyong hayaan na mangyari 'yun. So ito yung weakness niya. Ipapilit niyo na importante yung study mo. But do not be afraid if they will reject it, no? But if they will reject it, iyak ka na lang, no? But again, please do not believe too much on your proposal. And again, do not overstate the implication. When we say overstating the implication, huwag nyo namang sabihin nga, this will change the way we design hospitals in the world. Hindi ganun. Do not overstate it. No, this will change how we design hospitals in the Philippines. Do not overstate it. Ah? It is better to simplify it, the implications and the significance of your work. Ah? Bachelor's level lang to.